Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, today I'm going to be doing top 5 classic object shows. And I don't have a script for this, so it might be a little odd, but yeah. So basically I'm going to be using reach, the iconicness, and then the overall quality to for the classic object shows. So at number 5, I'm going to put Challenge to Win by 100 DCX. And this is a really it's a bit of a rough show, right? It is kind of rough at the beginning of the show. And that's obviously because 100 DCX was a little more inexperienced, but not only is it great to see the progress of the animation and stuff with the show, the writing, the writing's just pretty enjoyable the whole way through, but it's just I think the task for the show was pretty good. And it is one of the very few object shows that has actually finished before. So yeah, and it's animated. And overall, iconicness, it's not the most popular object show. That is, true. But I do think that, it's kind of, always kind of been iconic. And, obviously you got the host, Blue Planet, who's obviously, recognizable. And I think he was even in, Greeny Guy's show, right? One of Greeny Guy's shows. So, there's that. At number 4, though, I'm going to have to say Object Illusion. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this isn't in order, this is just what I think is the most impactful and stuff, but yeah, Object Illusion, one of my favorite object shows, it's just it's really funny, and I might make a whole video on the type of energy it has, but it's funny, and I think it's pretty memorable too. And I think it also was it definitely was one of the more popular object shows at the time. Same thing with Challenge to Win is what I forgot to mention. Back then, Challenge to Win was a lot more recognizable than it is now. And it's kind of the same thing with Object Illusion, but Object Illusion still gets loosely talked about, right? But yeah, this is just a very enjoyable show, obviously. Really funny characters. The animation improved pretty fast too. And it's just it is supposed to be getting rebooted, so I do hope we get that reboot, cause but yeah, it's definitely a pretty popular show. I don't think it was uber influential just because it's more of its own thing, but it definitely is very iconic, very recognizable, and very funny. At number 3, we're going to go with Object Mayhem. And this is another show I like. I think and Challenge to Win also kind of had this problem. The reboot wasn't really that interesting, and I think I'm gonna actually redo my video on Object Mayhem. I'm gonna rewatch it soon, maybe even today. Hear how I'll laugh. I'd say it's pretty influential in terms of the style of comedy. I feel a lot of shows try to replicate actually. Maybe some shows I feel Object Insanity is a little similar. They try to I don't know, it just feels reminiscent of Object Mayhem, and obviously Object Mayhem is very iconic. And this was a series that had 18 episodes or something too in its initial run. It actually was one of the object shows that would get uploading stuff pretty frequently. But unfortunately, it just didn't finish. I don't know what Ultra Tunes was thinking when he when he wanted to reboot it, but that wasn't a good idea. I gotta be honest, it wasn't really a good idea. But at number 2, we got Object Overload by Zay Leaves. And, you know, this is obviously an iconic object show. And it has a lot of characters, and the challenge concepts were pretty cool, and, you know, it's just object overload. I mean, it's not really much to say. I also don't remember it too well, but, yeah, I mean, it's, like, I mean, it really, like, if we want to talk about a big 3 in the object show community, this was in the big 3 for, like, the longest time, and realistically, it does have more views than something like 1 or anything, so, like, technically, I think this is the third biggest object show. But at number 1, I'm going to have to put Brawl of The Objects. Now, this is a very, like, this is probably, like, the closest, like, object show that I can think of that is the closest to, like, in sincerity. Though there are some other sincere, object shows, most of them are older, to, BFDI. And, you know, it's a very relaxed, chill show, and it just has good characters, has good plots, it didn't even really need to do nothing crazy to be so enjoyable, right? And it even had lore, and the way the lore was implemented was pretty interesting. Like, I even remember they had a whole live stream about it, in 2018, right? But yeah, like, and this is also another finished object show. Well, there is going to be an epilogue, so maybe it's not completely finished, but, you know, it's finishing up. And, you know, it's just like, it's definitely like a very interesting series, right? And that, like, I guess I find it interesting how, I forgot the creator's name. I think it's like Anto Anime or something, but I definitely find it pretty interesting how, like, this show almost got canceled, but, like, you know, the homie is still, like, in the object show community, which, you know, wasn't exactly expected. But, yeah, it's a very, it's a very enjoyable object show, very iconic. I wouldn't say as iconic as Object Overload, but, like, just because it finished and, you know, just have more episodes overall, I'm gonna have to put it over Object Overload in terms of, like, the top 5 classic object shows. But anyway, y'all have to do it for this video. You can leave, like, what you consider some other iconic object shows, or if you disagree with my list or have anything else to add in the comments below. I'll see you all next time.